Hey team, we're going to talk about Moving Staffers here in this little video. Moving Staffers is another one of our third-party vendors. It's a job lead source basically. And like all the other third-party providers, Moving Staffers does not actually move. They're just a website and just a connection source between customers and other qualified agents. So when people are looking to move, there's a number of ways they find people. They can Google local movers. They can find moving companies like Moving Staffers that help connect them. So once they go to Moving Staffers, this is what the customer sees. They enter their information, and then that basically goes to the back end, and then they get to choose who they want to pick. So we decide that this is our back end. We get to describe how we want to present to the customer on the Moving Staffers website. We put in information about our company. We get to choose the rates. We give us all sorts of information. And then, we set these. Again, these are the rates right now as of January 2021, but these change seasonally. They change really whenever we need to. So the way Moving Staffers works is they charge the customer from the time the crew arrives to the job site to the time the job is done. So they don't pay for drive time. It's just the time the crew is on site. And then we get a little bit of a comp for travel. So it's a little bit of a different setup. So that's how they basically get the Moving Staffers. So when we get a Moving Staffers job, it's really important that we understand how it works. It's a little bit different paperwork. And this is what it looks like. So this is a past job that we just did. So let's look at what the paperwork is. So we're still going to use the tablet, but we're not going to have the customer sign the tablet. The tablet is just for you guys to get paid. And we'll go over that here in a second. So this is actual paperwork. They're going to go through. This should all be filled out. What's going on? Let's see. The things that you're going to need to do. It's very similar to the things we already do anyway. So when you get to the job site, let everyone know what their roles and responsibilities are, who's loading, who's packing, who's taking the pictures, all the normal stuff that we would do anyways, right? And then these things need to be signed. When you get that, the office is going to provide you a copy of this paperwork for each specific job. And these will all be highlighted, so you'll make it really easy, so you know what to sign. If there is any materials, typically, 90% of these Moving Staffers jobs are loads or unloads. If it's a load, we're not going to obviously give them our own Eco-Movers pads, so we want to sell those. Mark down everything here that you sell. Quantity, unit price, total. Just do a little bit of simple math. Fill that out. Total, customer initials. This job required 4 men, so 4 men, again, with initials. And then, write the names because this paper does all get submitted. So put everyone's name on there. When you got there, timeout if you took it. Again, if it's over 5 hours in Washington State, you should be taking a break when you leave. So total hours worked, customer initials. So drive time, that's already predetermined on the back end through the contract. You don't have to worry about that. You just need to make sure you get these things initialed. And then signatures where it's appropriate. The big thing also with Moving Staffers is they require photos of the load and unload at every quarter, half, and 3/4 of the truck. So if we're unloading the job right when we get there, before we even dismantle the bulkhead, we want to take a picture. 3/4 in of the unload, we take another picture. Halfway, another picture. A quarter of the way done or left of the truck, so 3/4 in, one more picture. And then when the truck's completely empty or the ABF trailer, whatever it is that it's coming in, totally empty. And then when we're loading the truck, it's in the reverse order. We take a picture when we load a quarter, half, 3/4, and then all the way to the end if we have to create a bulkhead. It's for liability reasons because Moving Staffers typically are going out of state or coming from out of state. So it'll be another moving company that either loads or unloads. So it's really important we get those pictures and we have to submit those with payment. So we want to get the pictures, all the signatures, and then it's really pretty straightforward. If there's any other special instructions, it'll be on here. These moves are pretty straightforward. No special instructions on this. So that's it for Moving Staffers. But the thing is, it's very important in Smart Moving. So this is our system for this same job. We pay you guys for drive time. So it's really important that when you start the job, you have to go into the tablet and start the job, not just like arrive or en route. You have to actually start the job. Because once you start the job, we can also change this on the back end. And you can see this job was started at 8 a.m., went to 2:15. Even though we're only paying the customer for the time when you were there for the billing, again, that's just something we do. We still pay you guys for drive time. So it's really important for these third-party jobs that you get their third-party paperwork taken care of. In addition, our paperwork, just to make sure you guys are all paid. So again, that's moving staffers, really straightforward jobs, but we know it's a great filler, and we look forward to having you on those. Take care.